What's up, everyone? It is Thursday, 5:59 in the morning. I know last video I made, I was pretty pissed off about Pinnacle and not having any loads, and this week actually worked out in my favor pretty good, and I had a load going to Gainsport, New York. It's not a load that I wanted. I wanted a long Texas run to get back home, but they didn't have anything available, so they had a Gainsport, New York, which is 705-mile run, which, you know, that was good if I had, you know, a week or so to be out, but kind of pressed with time. So I just wanted one long Texas run. So I was headed up Monday morning. They didn't have a load for me, and I was like, damn, you know, driving all the way up there, and I don't even know if I'm going to have a load back to Texas. I was like, well, see what they do for me. So I called when I was a few hours out when I left the house, and they told me they had the Gainsport, New York that came in, and I was like, you know, better than nothing, or better than going up there and just sitting, hoping something comes in. So I took it. Wasn't happy about it, but whatever. It is what it is. Sometimes it just goes that way. I got maybe 30-40 minutes from the yard. I just decided to call, hey, you know, just wondering if anything came in for Texas. And she's like, you know what? She goes, yeah. She goes, actually, we're going to have something for Texas in the yard this afternoon. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay. I was like, well, I'm already assigned a New York load, but can I take that one instead? So she's like, you know, I think so. Yeah, let me look. She goes, she came back. She goes, yeah. She goes, you can do this one. She goes, because it works out that we had somebody this morning call in wanting a New York load. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, cool. Worked out perfect. So I get to the yard and turn in my paperwork from the previous week, and the dispatcher had this look on her face, this big old grin. I'm like, oh crap. I'm like, what now? She's like, do you mind doing a hot short run for me since your trailer's not here yet? Okay, what do you call a hot short run? Just 299 miles going to Shepherdville, Kentucky. So I looked at the time, how much I had on my clock. Okay, yeah, I can get there. I can get it delivered today. So I did it. You know, she needed a favor, and that'll get me in her good graces for the next time I want something. I'm hoping that's the way this works. So I took it as a portable restroom. It's pretty neat. It's only 20 foot, 6,800 pounds. And like I said, it's only 299 miles away. It took me 5 hours. I get a couple hours away. I called the company and let them know I was on the way. And they're like, well, what time will you be here? I'm like, probably right around 5 o'clock. Oh, no, we leave at 4:30. I'm like, okay, well, can somebody stay? Because they told me it needed to be delivered today. It was a hot load. He's like, yeah, it is. He goes, but no, nobody can stay. We can't get overtime and this and that. And I'm like, all right, well, hell, what time do you open? 8 o'clock. Okay. So I stayed right across the street in a truck stop and went in the next morning, 8 o'clock, delivered it. It took 5 minutes, literally. Drop it off, sign my paperwork. I was like, man, you couldn't have waited 30 minutes for that yesterday. But whatever. It got delivered. Hauled back up to the yard. Got back up there in about 4 hours. And got my load to Texas. It's a 26-foot Springdale Weighs 7,000 and some change. It's pretty light. Going to Willis, Texas. So this run is paying a little over $1,800. So everything worked out, you know. I'm thankful for that. I was really starting to get a bad taste in my mouth with Pinnacle because you know, they always talk about, oh man, we have weekly runs to Texas, we have so much going to Texas, this and that. I find it hard to get something to Texas because everybody wants a Texas run because it's such an easy run. So you have to get on a list. You get your name on the list, and when it comes up, they'll call you, which is fine, you know, as long as they got something weekly going down there. So it worked out. I feel better. I'm gonna get home Friday, you know, midday. Not a big deal, but I'm taking off next week. Need oil change and stuff in this truck. So I also have a commercial door business, commercial and residential door business. So I'm going to take off next week, and I'm going to do some door stuff. You know, give me a break from the road for a little while. So yeah, it's going to be a good week. You know, bring home a little over $2,000 for the week after everything's done. Not too bad, but yeah, it's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes it gets stressful, and if you don't get the loads you want, you just got to be flexible and be patient. And that's my biggest part. I'm an impatient person, but I got to learn to control that. I get frustrated really easy. But yeah, so I'm about a little less than 200 miles from Memphis, Arkansas. There's no wind right now. I'm cruising 70. Trailer's not swaying at all, so it's pulling pretty good. But I'll be getting into a lot of rain once I get into close to Memphis. It's supposed to be raining all the way in through Texas and all the way, I want to say probably through Saturday, I think is what it said on the radar. It's supposed to be raining the whole time, so not looking forward to that. It's going to slow me down just a little bit, but whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and hope everyone has a good Thursday and safe travels.